What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another episode of the 5 Takeaways, where we delve even deeper into the game and see what we can take away from the game. And the first takeaway is Spurs on target.
So Spurs had 13 shots on target yesterday, which is their most since Hull away in 2017 to the end of the season. So it's been 4 years since we had 13 shots on target in a single game. And it's also our highest expected goals since the 6-1 at Old Trafford.
What was our expected goals? What was our expected goals?
3.14.
Underperformed.
So underperformed, yeah. Very attacking performance, very dominant as well, created loads of chances, should have had more than 2 goals, and the stats bear that out. And it's interesting that, pretty much, so even under a lot of games under Pochettino, pretty much it's our most shots on target since leaving White Hart Lane.
Wow, that's mad. That's mad. When you think about it, and all the great games we've had since then as well. We had so many great games under Pochettino after leaving the lane, but look, hopefully it's a step in the right direction, because this is the kind of football and the kind of chance creation we want to be seeing. So step in the right direction for sure.
Definitely.
All right, let's move on to the second takeaway, and that is strong centre.
So Dele, Lo Celso and Højbjerg, they all made 3 tackles each in the centre of the park, which is more than most of the Wolves team combined in the centre. And that contributed very well for us setting up attacks by winning the ball in midfield. And also meant that took a lot of pressure off our defence, because the whole defence only made 1 tackle throughout the whole game. So Dele, Lo Celso and Højbjerg putting in a real shift in the centre of the park. And they deserve credit for that, because playing in that middle three, Højbjerg needs support from the players, and having Lo Celso and Dele there, you're thinking maybe he won't have that protection, but he more than had that protection. They did a really sterling job.
Yeah, they really did, defensively and offensively. Obviously, with Højbjerg getting a goal and an assist, Dele Alli providing a lot of attacking intent, and obviously Lo Celso as well, kind of knitting the ball between the defence, midfield and attack, to be honest. So all 3 of them, as you say, did absolutely a stellar job yesterday. Let's move on to the third takeaway, and that is Kane on song.
So it was an all-action display from Kane yesterday. People have been criticising him since Mason's come in, saying that he hasn't been putting in good displays and maybe his mind's elsewhere, but he really was back to his best yesterday, having 7 shots on goal, which is more than he's ever had in any game this season. 5 shots on target as well, and obviously getting 1 goal and hitting the post twice as well. So really unlucky not to get another one. So really strong display from Harry Kane, and Patricio probably happy to see the back of him after yesterday.
Yeah, and with Harry Kane's form in the last 3 games or so, or since Ryan Mason has come in, some fans have been asking, is his head or heart in the right place at the moment with all these rumours flying about? But I think yesterday proved that he's still at it, and really, really good display from him yesterday.
And is also now leading the way in the Golden Boot race.
Yeah.
He's 1 ahead of Mo Salah going into the last 2 games, so he's going to be more motivated than ever to try and get something positive out of this season, seeing as we haven't achieved any of the goals we wanted to.
Let's move on to the fourth takeaway, and that is proactive shooting.
Spurs had 4 shots yesterday that immediately led to another shot on goal. So that was our highest total of the season in that aspect. So it shows players are not just standing around admiring their own shots or admiring other players' shots. They're following them in. They're being proactive when they're seeing shots going on goal. And obviously that led, first of all, to Dele Alli hitting the post, and it also led to the goal.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether that's been trained or it's just a coincidence, but we're definitely being a lot more proactive with the players around the players taking a shot, which is definitely something positive to take note of. And it's important that players do follow up on shots, because a lot of the times if a player takes a gamble, there can be an easy tap in there, whereas it's very easy to allow the defender just to clear a shot away on the rebound. So it's very important to do that.
And it's something that we quite noticed earlier on in the game, with Højbjerg drifting into the box at some stage during the game, which ultimately that same move led to that second goal, with Højbjerg drifting in and picking up the rebound. So just carry it on, Tottenham, because these are the moments we like to. And as well with Dele Alli, this is what he's made a name for himself doing, arriving late in the box and
right place, right time.
You know what I mean? That's what he's been built his career on. This is exactly what we want to see. And now let's move on to the 5th and final takeaway, and that is in our own hands.
Not Champions League football, unfortunately, but Europa League football. We Spurs have it in our own hands for the first time in a while, thanks to West Ham drawing away at Brighton 1-1 and Everton losing at home to Sheffield United 1-0. So it means Spurs currently in 6th on goal difference going into the last 2 games of the season. So Europa League is in our own hands at the moment. However, with Liverpool's win against West Brom in the last minute, thanks to that Alisson winner, that means 5th is very much unlikely at this point, seeing as they are 4 points ahead of us with 6 points to play for. And
one more win does it for them, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, or 2 more points pretty much. 2 more points in goal difference comes into it. It's difficult, but that means that Tottenham very likely to be in the qualifying again next season. So another early start, which is probably not all we needed.
Is that going to be the 3rd qualifying round, like same as this year, basically?
I think so, yeah.
Which is 3 qualifying games.
Yeah, and that means another early start. And that negatively affected us this season.
Yeah.
I felt having all those qualifying games, especially having to fit them all in. I know it won't be a similar situation because there won't be a squashed fixture schedule like last season.
You hope not, anyway.
There shouldn't be. I don't see why that. Well, at the moment there isn't going to be, but. That is going to be a bit of an issue, but it's better to be in Europa League than in the Conference League. So it's in our own hands, and we just got to make sure we get the job done over the next 2 games.
Most definitely. All right, so those are our 5 takeaways. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of our takeaways, and if you have any other takeaways, put them in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.